Once again, let me officially introduce myself. I'm Raghunadan, Mathematics faculty. Today we are commencing the class 11 topics of mathematics, beginning with NCERT lesson 1. And I welcome all the mathematics students who opted for E4U math. So last week, whatever fundamentals we were doing, you will face those things again as part of set theory and other discussions. This is set theory or simply sets. Simply, we can call them sets. I would like to take you to a classical definition of what is a set as given in NCERT. Sets, what are they? In colloquial English, we use the term very loosely. Set of students, set of people, any set of object, anything. We bundle them together, we call it a set. In mathematical term, strictly, not in colloquial term, in mathematical terms, how can we define sets? So NCERT gives you a good idea. I am not going into the theory of set, who developed and all that, but we are going to learn. Yes, please, our discussion today, right from the very first line definition, please make it part of your classwork. Okay. So here it is. The set, a set is a well-defined collection of objects. Well-defined collection of objects. I mean, when we say, when you collect object, there must be some common, there must be something common feature or common character. Yeah, how can you group them together without any common character? So there must be a common character so that you are able to group them together. So the following points they have mentioned: objects, elements, members are synonymous terms. Object, element, member of a set. So they can be interchangeably used. Object in a set, element of a set, member of a set, they are all synonymous. Then, how do you name a set? When you label or when you name a set, use uppercase capital letters only. And the elements or the objects and members, they are represented by lowercase small letters A, B, C, etc. And this terminology we have already started using even last week. This symbol, which is called belongs to symbol. Belongs to, or we say an element of. So this we introduced already. And the opposite also, opposite. What is the opposite? Not element of, and the opposite does not belong to. So that is denoted by the same symbol with a cross mark, okay, as given here. So how do you read it? It is read as B, the element B, it is not an element of set A. So that is the meaning when we write this element and you strike off and then you write A. So this B is not an element or not a member of, does not belong to the set. Set name capital A because it should be in uppercase. Now, we can proceed further. In the set, let us say capital V of vowels. We say A element of capital V, but B not element capital V. Well, these are classical lines that are meant to guide you how to use this symbol. Belongs to, does not belong to. Or for example, prime factors of 30. So 3 is a factor of 30. Therefore, 3 is an element, but 15 is not an element because 15 is not a prime number. Okay, so let us, I think I will take you to board so that I can give you more examples. So definition, so you got the idea. So it must be a collection of well-defined objects. Collection of well-defined objects. Sorry. So well-defined objects grouped together. Now, what are the very popular sets you can think of? I think once again, the number set, the basic number set, let me highlight, that are available here. So the classic symbol, please make note of them. Particularly the sets what are used in math. The uppercase N for set of natural numbers, the uppercase Z set of all integer, uppercase Q for set of all rational numbers, and uppercase R, this is for set of real numbers. And then there are subcategories. So out of Z, then there is Z plus. What do you mean by that? Set of positive integer. And out of Q, you make a sub classification, subset we call. Q plus, set of all positive rational number, and similarly R plus, set of positive real numbers. And here itself we can make a note. There is a set capital C also. Make note. The set of all complex numbers. Add this. Add this also. Uppercase C, which implies the set of all complex numbers. Add, so that this is what you are going to learn in future very shortly. This is going to be chapter number 5. So we are going to learn the set of these numbers also. So you can put them, include them together along with this. And what is missing? What is missing? Let me add another. Uppercase W, the set of all whole numbers. and you know the set what it is. So you open a braces symbol beginning with 0 followed by 1, 2, and 3. I think the other last week itself also I told you any infinite set give us 3 dots. Sorry, 3 dots and leave it to indicate that the set is never ending, never ending. So we will look at it in our discussion on types of sets. Okay, so I hope you have taken down, noted down, and we have added along with n, z, q, r, z plus q plus r plus. We have added c and w also. Fine.
Can you remove
Can
that
you show
screen
the
again, sir? PDF screen.
Now,
so can you show the last screen again, sir?
last screen was textbook. Textbook. We added capital C and W. Set of complex numbers and W set of whole numbers.
Thank you.
Set of whole numbers. Okay, so noted.
Yes,
Sir.
Fine. Now make a subheading. How are we going to represent sets? Representation of sets. So the representation there are what we call broadly classified. There is one doubt in the meantime. Yeah. There is a comment from Srihari. Is there any set for irrational? I will tell you, please. You can wait down the line. You will know. You yourself can create different sets. Once you know how to, like as I told you, representation, and then a few of the operation. Once you learn, we can definitely create. There is a yes, definitely. There's a symbol for irrational numbers. Okay, so అది కొంచెం కలిసి representation of sets. How do we do? Broadly they are represented in two different formats. So make note. The number one is the roster form. Roster form. What is a roster? ROSTER. Roster and for example, roster is what? Sometimes attendance is taken. Yeah, class attendance is taken. Then there is a roll call. So it is a roster. Roster in the list. I can say in the list. So usually, even in a, for example, a workplace, an employee, if he is in the list of employees, then we say he is in the roster. So roster means so now let us just discuss roster in particular. Roster is, I can say, the listed form. The elements are listed form of all elements in the set. Of all elements in the set. This is your roster form. And There is a classical way you write it. There is a braces, and you write the names of elements, maybe element 1, element 2. At this time, giving my own simple name. You can give any number. If the list is too long, say for example 100, then I don't write all the 100. I write dot dot dot, but I write the ending number. I write the ending number, ending at. So there is a beginning, there's an ending. Okay. So this is how we write roster form. Few other roster form I can give you. Set of natural numbers I want to write. How do I write the roster form? Just now you saw the symbol also. Natural number set is uppercase N.
N.
Good. So you go ahead writing first 3 or 4 elements, but it is not the end, and you will never end.
Dot
So
dot dot 100.
not 100, no, it's infinite. Yeah, the number does not end at 100. So it is when you leave it at dot and no ending number, it indicates the list is never ending, never ending. And for example, I want to give the list of integer, then the middle one 0, there is a -1 onto the left, +1 to the right, -2 on the left, +2 on the right. We have already written 5 elements. So onto the left also never ending, onto the right also never ending. So this is how we will write the elements of integer set. Okay. So this is just to give you some example how to put the list in roster form. Roster form means we are trying to write exhaustively all the elements belonging to the set as a list. That is, write the members itself separated by comma. For example, I want to make a list of prime numbers. So when I try to write the list of prime numbers, I begin, let us say, at 2, the even prime number, and then 3, 5, 7, and then 11. But the list is definitely doesn't end. So I again make the ending with dots and braces. Now this is again a roster form. So this is also a roster form. A few examples for roster form. Now next, what comes under broad classification? Broad classification category. What is another way of representing the set? Set builder form. So we have listed the name set builder. Set builder form. Let me elaborate more on what is the set builder form. Set builder form is nothing but a simple English language explanation for the set, but then with qualifying statement. Okay, but then there is a way to write it. So this is by way of statement. Set builder, a statement that explains the elements in the set. So it is an English statement, but you don't write it as a sentence. It is written in a special form. For example, for example, I want to write the set of alphabets in English. Okay, so this is just an English sentence. This can also be taken as a set builder form. Yeah, but it is not a proper sentence. Just given a statement. This is a set builder form. Then I can also come up with another statement like this: set of prime numbers, set of prime numbers less than 10, less than 10. Now this is also a set builder form. So this already contains a qualifier also. So there is a set of prime number that is described, and it also involves here where to end. There is a qualifier I call. Yeah. எங்க முடிக்கணும், எங்க ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணணும் தெரியும். So you know it is supposed to begin at 2, 3, 5 and all that. But you stop at 7 because less than 7. So let us write the roster form. The roster form of the prime. So I can say its roster form is equal to, what is that? 2, 3, 5 and 7. Yes, starting is clear, ending is also clear. So we stop with those four elements. Those four elements, set of prime numbers less than 10. Clear. So I hope that's clear. So there are, what is that you understand from this? You should be able to write the list of elements that is in roster form from set builder form. Or if the roster is given, we must be able to explain it as a sentence. So that means you must be able to convert roster set builder, from set builder to roster. So you must be able to interpret and convert. So this is the basic idea. So from roster, okay, to set builder, or reverse from set builder to roster. And before that, before doing that, that will be, I think, the first exercise for you. Before that, let us understand the types. A few types of sets. What we can assume as few types.
Sir?
Yeah, tell me.
So can you explain the previous point, sir?
Previous point in the book, there is a roster form, there is a set builder form. Yeah, some examples you have seen. So, but this is right in front of you. There is an example. What is that? You can convert from set, roster to set builder. That's what I have shown you here. Set of prime numbers less than 10. Now this is an explanation statement. So it is
Is
actually
that
a
sentence the form, sir?
set builder form. Yeah, set builder form. Now the set builder has been converted to roster. Like this. Yeah, 2, 3, 5, 7. Okay. So it is possible also to convert from roster to set builder. To set builder. For example, I give you a set of, for example, 2, 4, 6 and 8. So can you give any qualifying explanation for this? What comes to your mind?
Set
Some,
of even numbers, sir.
yeah. So common character. See, whenever I mention the set, that's why I mentioned the very beginning of definition. When you group them, you find out what is the common character. They are all natural number, okay, but what is the common character? They are all even numbers. But then even number set is infinite, no. But we have put an end at 8. So that means you give another more qualifying explanation for it. So the set of even number, but less than 10, you can say. All right. So the way you explain, so that becomes a set builder form. Given roster, you can also give an explanation. Given set builder, you can also put it down in the form of a list. List, that is roster form. So in
So sorry to interrupt. Can you tell me what is the main difference between roster and set builder form?
set builder form is just an explanation in the form in the statement. That's it. You know, it does not contain the individual element. We don't describe the. We don't write the element. So when I say prime number, what I have highlighted is here set of prime number less than 10. That's it. Now I have to understand what are those prime numbers less than 10 and write it, but that is a roster form. That is not a set builder. So in the case of set builder, we don't list the element. We don't reveal the element. We only give an explanation for it. We don't reveal. Okay, so it is a set of prime number less than 10. I'm actually true. We don't mention that it is 2 or 3 or 5, 7, etc. Set builder gives a statement. Roster form gives a particular elements. Yes, good explanation. Niveda has taken pains to type. Yeah, good. Good. So that's it. இல்லடா கொஞ்சம் வெயிட் பண்ணுங்க. What will happen if when we go to the exercise and start writing, answering questions will give you nice experience and you will have a better clarity, okay, of converting what or roster, what is a set builder, in clarity nalla kedaikum. So before going to the exercise, certain mandatory things I would like to do. What are the types?
I have a doubt, sir.
Yes. Tell.
In that form, in the set of prime numbers less than 10, if it is instead of 10, it is 11, should we add 11 or not, sir? In the rooster form?
Okay. If it all depends on the qualifier. It's all depending on the qualifier. If it is less than, the word less than means that number is not included. That's what we were discussing last week. On the end, square bracket or the curved bracket, less than, you don't include it. Less than or equal to, that word, if it's there, then you have to include the ending. Otherwise, you don't include the ending number. For example, you said less than 11. So you won't include the 11, but still it is stopping at 7 only. So if the qualifier statement is less than or equal to, then you will write 11. Okay, it depends on the qualifier statement. Okay, so it will be clear with the multiple types of sets. So very first set, very first one, let me write empty set. Empty set, very simple. A set which is empty. A set is empty. I mean, doesn't have any element in it. And there is a symbol for it, denoted by the symbol. The braces with blank space. That's it. Nothing in it. Okay. Open braces, give a space, closed braces. This is called empty set. Empty set, in other words, it is also given another name, a null, N-U-L-L, null set. Empty set or null set. That means a set having no element or zero elements. Don't write zero. Zero elements. Number of elements is zero. For example, for example, uh, சும்மா ஒரு just for fun or uh, can we talk about let us say uh, set of set of single digit even number, okay, greater than 10. Suppose I make a set builder statement. The statement is set of single digit even number greater than 10. Does it make sense? Definitely no. Single digit, yeah, it must be only one digit. Even number, you know the list. But single digit greater than 10, the moment you go greater than 10, even numbers is 12, 14, 16, and they are all double digits. So definitely the answer in roster form will be an empty set. There is an answer, but the answer is an empty set. So you have to, I hope, just for understanding the meaning of the empty set, I have given you a kind of impossible collection, a collection of single digit even number, but going above 10, greater than 10. So the set is definitely going to be empty. Fine. But suppose I have another set. What is the set of even prime number? The set of even prime numbers I mentioned. Now what is the answer in roster form? Anybody?
2.
Yeah, very good. Very good. There is only one prime number which is even. 2 only. Now this is another type of set. You can make a mention. This is called a Singleton set. We had empty. Now we are naming a set containing a singular element, one element only. It is called a Singleton set. Okay. It does not have any symbol for it. Any set containing just one member in it. Just one member in it is a Singleton set. We will make it quick. Okay, passing through one by one. It's just a matter of naming them, and you understand its nature, understand the nature and the name. Thirdly, we put it as finite set. So these are all going by count. Finite set. Finite set means the number of elements in it. The number of elements is countable. Very simple. The number of elements in that particular set is countable. Countable, it's a finite count. That is a finite set. Many examples. Now this is already a countable set. Set of even prime number. There's only one. Yeah, it's countable. Now, once again coming back to that set of even numbers less than 10. When we talk about set of even numbers but less than 10, it is countable. because you can definitely, you know the starting, you know the ending. So it does not include 10. So it stops at 8. So the count, yeah, we know the count. The number of elements in the set is 4. The number of months in a year, yeah, definite. It is countable, finite. Okay, fine. Fourthly, the opposite of finite, infinite. Infinite set. So the number of elements is not countable. Number of elements in the set is infinite or beyond count. Example, all the number sets that you saw. Should set builders be always written in double quotation? No. No, there are many forms of writing the set builder. Can be within code, it can be in braces also. Hmm? I appreciate your very eagerness. I appreciate your enthusiasm in learning. கொஞ்சம் அந்த என்சிஆர்டி எக்ஸசைஸ் வர்ற வர கொஞ்சம் வெயிட் பண்ணுவோம். அது பார்த்துட்டீங்கன்னா யூ வில் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் வித் ஃபண்டாஸ்டிக் கிளாரிட்டி. அதுதான். ஸோ கொஞ்சம் இதை ஃபாஸ்ட்டாக முடிச்சிட்டோம்னாக்க வி வில் ஓப்பன் அப் தி எக்ஸசைஸ் டு சால்வ். Start answering some questions. The number of elements in the set is infinite. I can give example. Many examples I can give. Yeah, the set of natural numbers. I can put only simple set of whole number, set Z, set of rational number, real number, all that. R plus, Z plus, Q plus, whatever they should. All are infinite sets. Okay, fine. Then comes equal set. The next thing we would, the next thing before opening up the exercise, equal sets. So you can equate two sets or said to be equal, said to be equal if if the number of elements are equal, number one. Number of elements are equal by default. Also, every element must be equal. Contain same elements but may not be in order. Contain same element, they are equal. Number of elements are equal also. They contain same elements also. Again, let me come up with a short example. A, E, I, O, U. It is same as U, I, A, O, sorry, EOA. Okay. So they contain the same number of elements. Yes. 5 elements here, 5 elements here. Done. And same elements are there. A, yes, it is repeated. E, yes, it appears. I, yes, it is here. O, yes. U, yes. But need not be in the same order. You cannot say they are not in the same order, sir, or they different. No, they are not different. Okay. They are not different. And same number of elements and same elements should be there. Okay. At the same time, suppose just to give a more complete meaning, number of elements A, E, I, O, U and X and Y are there. Now, can you say this is equal? I have written equal. Is it correct to say that it is equal? So it does not have. Now, that's why you should use both the conditions together. What do you mean by both conditions together? Same number of elements also, same elements also. Okay. Simply saying same element is not enough. Sir, I can say AEIOU is present here also. AEIOU is there. But that doesn't qualify for equality. You should also have same number of elements. If the same number of elements, left hand side has got 5, the right hand side set has 7 elements. So definitely the equality we have written is wrong. It is actually not equal. It is actually not equal, though AEIOU perfectly written in order. Okay, so that what we understand, the order doesn't matter, the number of elements should be same and exactly the same elements must be there. If you are equating sets as left hand side and in the right hand side. And the last word I want to have is how to count number of elements. How to count number of elements in a set. Maybe wondering, sir, why you have to learn how to count. Yeah, we know how to count starting from 1, 2, 3. It's not so. For example, now I want to write the set of alphabets, but not in English, in the word. In the word, let us say school. The word school. Now you require a different training in counting. Now you may simply, by default, what you will do? S, C, H, O, O, L. So you may say, sir, the count is 6. But no, the number of elements in the set containing set of alphabet in school is not 6. It is 5 only. It is 5 only. Okay. So suppose I want to name this word W and I want to write the element. So I will write yes, yeah, permitted. Now our next letter I have to, yeah. The next letter H. The next letter, okay. But the next letter O, here is the kind you have to. Now this is already there. This O is already there listed in the set and we will not write it twice. So here there is a rule. What is the rule you are following? Okay, the same element will not be returned more than once. Okay, will not be returned more than once. You are permitted to write once only. So an element should be appearing once only. So the same element will not be written twice, or more than that, thrice, etc. So S, C, H, O followed by L only. Okay. And for number, now we have a symbol N, small letter N, and then open bracket, and inside the bracket you write the name of the set. So now you have learned another symbolic language. Symbolic language. What is that? How do you read it? We read it as number of elements. Number of elements in the set W. W is 5. So this is how we read it. Sharia. So how to count? Yes, it is definitely an important rule. For example, I want to give one the set of letters in our the word now city, Chennai. How will you write the words? I mean, elements. How will you list it? It is C. That's okay. H. It's okay. E. N. Second time when N appears,
AI.
yeah, you won't repeat it.
AI.
Exactly. So you won't repeat that. So I can say the number of letters in the set containing elements of the letters of Chennai. It's only 6 and not 7. Though it is a 7-letter word, the number of elements in the set, once it is converted in set, the number of element is 6. So this is the ruling you have to understand. So the same element will not be counted twice. Okay. And then the symbolic language also, how to write the number of elements in a set. So small n followed by the name of the set in bracket, in parenthesis, you write it. Okay, sufficient quantity of concept we have done. Let me give one a short summary. What are the things we discussed? We discussed the classical definition of a set, then the two forms of writing it, the number one, the roster, then the set builder. Okay. Then directly, what are the types of sets? All these things we discussed. And now finally, how to count the elements in the set. So these are the things we have covered so far. So let me give a short end to the board, and let me go to the text book. Let me go to the text book. So you find on page 4, on page 4, you can have a, I think, firing round. Yeah, I think first answer you can give. Which of the following are set? Now, please understand why this question is there. Why this question is there? Which of the following are set? What did we study? What is the definition of a set we understood? Collection of object. It is simply, is it a collection of object?
A well-defined collection of
Well
objects.
defined. So well defined, that word well defined is very important. And I also told you a common character or common feature. So இதெல்லாம் ஞாபகத்துல வச்சுண்டு பண்ணணும். Subdivision 1, what it says: collection of all the months of a year beginning with the letter J. Very well defined, you know. Months of a year already defined from January, from Jan to December, and that too with the letter J. Yeah, June and July. Anything else? This is two only comes to my memory.
January, sir.
January. Yeah. Very good. Okay. So January, June, and July. Okay. So it is well defined, and yes, we can write it in the form of yes set. So I'm just taking it. That's all. Which of the following are sets? Subdivision 1. Yes, it is yes set.
Sir, justification.
Justify your answer. Justify your answer. You just have to say, yeah, we are able to name it, whether it is countable or not countable. We are able to immediately identify. Okay. So this is perfectly identifiable. Second and third. Collection of 10 most talented writers
Not a
of
set.
India.
Not a set, sir.
So this is no. No. Why no? Because the term most talented, it is not well defined. Very simple. You can give what is the justify. Most talented is not well defined. Okay, so nobody can measure talent.
Everything except 2 and 3 are sets.
Not well defined. Talent is not here measure, and most it does not have any kind of band. Yeah, beginning, ending. You make it here. A team of 11 best cricket batsmen. The same thing like most talented. So team of 11 in our current country team maybe can be given, but not the best batsman in the world. Again, the explanation why it is not a set, it is not well defined. Then very easy. Boys in your class, yes, very clear. Yeah, it is yes, it is a set. Natural numbers less than 100. Yeah, definitely. There's a beginning 1 and 99 end. Collection of novels written by a specific one person, Munshi Prem Chand. So definitely there is a certain number and you can list it. Yeah. So it is collection of well defined. Yes, it is a set. Even integer collection. Yes, it is. Yeah. Set. Then let us proceed to further. There is 8 and 9 also. Collection of questions in this chapter. Yes, it is a set. Why not? Yes, all right from example 1 to the end of all miscellaneous example and all exercise 1 till 1 you can count and give the total. Yes, it is a set. Ninth one, no. Ninth one, no. Why? The dangerous is not well defined. What is the dangerous? For some people, cockroach itself is dangerous. Right? For some people, they may think only lion is most dangerous. It depends on what kind of a person. So it differs. Most dangerous animal is not well defined. So it is not a set. Doesn't form a set. Now, the next question number 2, very easily complete it. Insert the appropriate symbol. So it gives you an experience in using that symbol, element of, belongs to. Okay. Just check whether the given element is there in set A or not and give your conclusion. 5 is there, yes, so it is element of 8. No, it is not found, so you strike it off. 0 not found, you write the element, strike it off, not element. 4, yes, it's an element. 2,
Yes, sir.
an element, and 10, no. So make it element, strike it off, not element of. Very good. So answers type written by Niveda. Good. So Dalame nice kind of exercise experience in utilizing the symbol use part. Ipo par next one gives you a very good experience of how to put the or convert right in roster form. Right in roster form. So what is given? What is given is set builder. Set builder, you see, you may be wondering, sir, is it a statement? It is a sentence. You can see E and F, it's open sentence only. But subdivision 1 till 5, 4, it is already given in braces symbol. The qualifier, the qualifying statement, it is mentioned like this. How? How do you read it? The set.
Why is it given as an integer, sir? It can belongs to Z and right now, sir.
That depends. You can use your own methodology of writing. I think there's no hard and fast rule. Even this one need not be given in symbol. They can write it as a sentence. An integer which is greater than or equal to negative. So it can be written in English,
Yes.
like word by word. It is not a hard and fast rule. Even this can be written in loose English. This also can be mentioned in symbol. X is an integer. I can say X element integer. So எப்படி எழுதுறோம்ன்றது it's up to you. But the point is, it is all the members in the set. It is not listed. That's it. It is not written in the list form. Okay. So how do you read it? The set containing X. இது எப்படி வாசிப்பேன்னாக்கா அது தெரியும். How you read a set? Sorry, set containing. What is the first letter? You read it. Containing X. There is a colon symbol. So this has to be converted into English. It is called such that. It is again a symbol for such that. Set containing X. X is such that. What do you mean by X is such that? You are going to give some qualifying statement for X, how it should be. What is the character of X? What is the nature of X? What is the range of number? So that the pair X is such that. Okay. X is an integer. Okay. Then update vasikkalam. X is an integer. And then it is also greater than or equal to. You always start from here. Reading X is greater than or equal to -3 and less than or equal to 7. Some people read it as -3 less than or equal to X less than 7. Not like that. You are qualifying X. So X தான் subject வாசிக்கணும். எப்படி வாசிக்கணும்? X greater than or equal to. அப்படி வாசிக்கணும். X greater than or equal to -3. Then you read and less than. Okay, that's how it goes. Fine. So let us put it in roster form. That is the question. Yeah, very good. Niveta has typed out the answer. Yes, you are right. So we can write the roster form. So start writing the answer in your notebook also. Just one line answer. The roster form is over. எல்லா கொஸ்டினுக்கும் ஒரே லைன் முடிச்சிருக்கோம். Roster form is A, the set A, write the name of the set, open braces, start listing out the elements. Start listing out the elements. எது start from -3 included greater than or equal to, equality is there. So we continue starting with -3, then go ahead -2 and -1, 0. It is countable, though it may be a little longer list. You write all the elements. Okay, less than 7. So you stop at 6 only. 7 is not included. Not included. Okay, fine. So we have stopped at 6.
Sir,
And yeah, tell me.
sir, in the book it's given as -3 it greater than equal to in given in a PDF, sir. But in the book it's only given lesser than or greater than, sir,
Okay,
for 3 and 7.
doesn't matter. Whatever is printed, even the old book and new book, there may be small change. Whatever உனக்கு எப்படி இருக்கோ அதுபடி answer பண்ணு. Some may be having some old print. The equality may be missing in PDF. According to my PDF, I am writing the answer. உனக்கு book எப்படி இருக்கோ அதுபடி answer பண்ணு. You know the.
So should you not write that square bracket, sir?
No, not square. Square bracket being confused பண்றேன். That is only for interval. Interval is only for real number. These are all the things you should know, but not for integer. Interval bracket culture is for interval. Interval comes only in the case of real number. Real number only. சரியா? So please be well informed or not. Fine. Okay. Now let us already time to wind up. 5 minutes more already. We have passed 10. So we gather. Use the same link. Okay. Thank you, friends.